Hey, welcome to another exciting episode with Mom of Things, where we talk about parenting and where we talk about how to raise up your children in a godly way. Yeah, as a parent, there are things we might be doing and it feels that, oh, we are right all along. At the end of the day, when our children go out, what comes out of it? Hey, it becomes a public disgrace. And that is why we checkmate parents, we tell parents, checkmate yourself most times whenever you are doing parenting. And there are some things you should let go, and there are some battles you shouldn't let go. And if you are doing the parenting and you are still watching Telemundo and you are still telling yourself, they will grow it, man, you are working on a time bomb. Because when you see what is happening with the teenagers of this generation, you will understand where I am coming from. Well, on today's episode on Question Teenagers Are Asking, there's a question a teenager is asking, and he said, how do I learn to forgive after quarrel, after being betrayed? And it's an interesting one. I decided to keep this particular one last because of the series I was doing on betrayers and anger issues. And here we now have forgiveness. So if you've not watched my videos on betrayal, if you've not watched my video on how to handle anger in teenagers, then please do so, because it will really help you to see where I am coming from. And this particular question was what triggered me to start from betrayal, then anger, before talking about forgiveness. You see, when we talk about forgiveness, especially you, this teenager that is asking this question, because I know I'm going to send this video to you, I want to tell you something is this. When it comes to forgiveness, your teenagers are not the only one battling about it, or even adults. We also have had adults that is having issues forgiving. And if you watch to the end of this video, then I will tell you one thing. You know, sometimes you say, oh, I have forgiven, but I don't want to talk to this person. Is it a crime? Is it a sin? Or am I doing the right thing? Well, maybe by the time you watch to the end of this video, you might understand what is actually mean, whether you want to stay off or you want to keep talking to such persons that actually betrayed you, or that is making you to ask if you want to forgive or not. Okay, let's dive into it. Now, when we talk about forgiveness, a lot of people are actually battling with it. It is one thing that even the Bible, the Holy Bible, and our God has told us that if only before you come before Him, you have to first of all forgive and forget what actually happened. Or if your neighbor wronged you, or your person's wronged you, your friends wronged you, you have to, before coming, to drop your sacrifice or your offerings before me. Forgiveness is not as easy as we see or as we think, because sometimes you see some people will say, okay, I have forgiven, but I have not forgotten. Does it really correlate? Well, this teenager is asking us a question. And please, if you know that you can help these teenagers with the answers or how to go about it, you can drop it in the comment section. And if you know any child or any parent that the child is battling with how to forgive somebody, please, you can also share this video to the parents. Why I'm actually laughing is this, is because even we parents that we want to answer this question, we are also battling on how to forgive. You see, forgiveness is virtue. It's not something that you do because you want to do. You have to have it within you. And there is something I will tell you is this, that when you don't forgive, or when you forgive, it doesn't mean that you are stupid. It doesn't mean that you don't know what to do. It's because you don't want that anger. It's because you don't want that pain to consume you or be the one to control you. Because if you don't forgive, you can't have control over yourself. You see, seeing yourself getting angry, you see yourself remembering those things that you are supposed to be moving forward, but you are remembering what has happened in the past. That is why it is good to forgive. As a teenager, sometimes when we are betrayed, you find out that it is hard for us to forgive. And most times you start seeing us calculating how to revenge. Yes, how to revenge and do the person back. Do me, I do you. God, not the verse matter. And when they not tell you, oh, forgive, you cannot say forgive. No, I will have to pay you back. If not, when I finish paying you back, you self will come and try to forgive. And at the end of the day, you are just mumbling up everything. You are causing yourself pain. You see, yes, it is difficult for sometimes for you to forgive and just let go, because forgiveness, it has to be a degree of pains that you are in. Yes, because there are some people that they've gone to the extreme to offend you. And now somebody is telling you you should let go. It's kind of sand you shed, I should do what? Then let me just tell you one thing. In forgiveness does not mean that you should be friends again. Mm-hmm. What is just telling you that you should just let go. And there is something somebody used to tell me, that anything you know you don't have power over of, then you just let it go. I know it's not as easy or as simple the way I'm saying it, because the way you forgive will depend on the level of hurt that you've have experienced. And that is why I'm saying, if you've not watched Betrayal, if you've not watched Anger, my topics on betrayal and how to handle anger, then you will not really you understand why I'm telling you that, why I'm saying this. Because sometimes teenagers have been betrayed to the extreme, and not just really to the extreme, because they are still young. The way and manner they react to things is different from the way adults will react. And most times they react to the extreme because they feel that they've been betrayed, and they've not seen something like this. Oh, somebody you trusted, somebody you've told your secret. At the end of the day, that is what the person is using against you. Or somebody you've helped. At the end of the day, the person turned their back to come and pay you with evil. And the thing becomes a hurt. And it's pain, it is the pain inside. Then you start reacting negatively. And you hear people telling you, let it go. Well, I will tell you, it is easier to forgive than to forget. And the truth is this: if you forgive, with time you tend to forget. That's just the truth. If you learn to forgive, with time you forget. And in life, experience teaches us a lot of things. That mistake you made that made you to be betrayed, the next thing you will not commit such again. And when you start learning how to forgive, you find out that even when people do you things, you don't want to react, you just let it go. And one thing you should know, that forgiveness does not make you look stupid. Rather, forgiveness make you look wise. Because that thing you forgive that person, another person will carry that hurt for a very long time. While you are doing yourself, you freed your mind, you've allowed it to go. Somebody is burning, somebody is down, somebody is thinking. So don't let anybody pressure you or tell you that, oh, once you forgive, it means that you are a coward, it means that you are a disease. No. And you find out that one of the reasons why teenagers fall into trouble is because they don't learn how to forgive. Because if you don't have this virtue of forgiveness, you find out that you are planning a way to hurt the next person. And when you do that, it becomes a problem. So why will a teenager carry a knife and decide to unalive the second person because the person betrayed or because they have issues? Now that brings me to you, parents. In all you do, learn to teach your children how to forgive. You see, when you imbibe this virtue in your children, it becomes part of them. That they now see that when there is betrayal, there will always be betrayal. But my ability to let it go will now makes it me. Now makes me who I am. And as a Christian, you know, the Holy Bible talks about it, that whenever you are hurt, you should let go. You should learn to forgive. And it kind of gives you this peace of mind when you forgive people. Like I said, you can forgive. And that doesn't mean that you and the person still becomes friend. No, why am I saying this? Somebody tried to hurt you badly, even thinking of unaliving you. And they say forgive, you let go. Does that mean that you're going to be eating with that person? He said no. Now you are being careful. The only thing is that you don't hold such thing against that person. That is just it. And it kind of make you become aware of your environment. And that is why I said forgiving and letting go does not mean that that person remains your friend. And forgiving your forgiveness, or the rate at which you speedily forgive, depends on the rate at which you are being hurt. The truth, let's be sincere with our life and with ourselves. Somebody cannot do you something that is hurtful today, and today you are saying, "Oh, I forgive you, I let it go." No, sometimes as human, our flesh will fail us. So you go home, think, pray, and if you're a Christian or whatever religion you are practicing, you find out you want to go sit down, reason, and ask so many questions about the whole thing. Then you now tell yourself, oh, as far as I'm still alive, now I know I will have to be careful, and I will know what to do, and I've let go. Letting go does not mean that you guys can still be friends. It depends on the level of betrayal, and it depends on the level of hurt. Yes, there are some that can pay you at the end of the day. It's just two friends bantering and they will reconcile. There are some that no, we can just be saying hi whenever we see. Why there are some no, we cannot cross. Oh, if I see you in distance, I don't hold anything about against you. I will just greet you, and that friendship we had before will no longer be there. You are not doing it wrongly. It is human nature, but it is very important for you to have this virtue called forgiveness. And as a teenager, it will help you when you grow into adulthood. Because by the time you get to adulthood, a lot of people will betray you. A lot of people will hurt you. A lot of people will cause you to rethink whether you even made mistake in doing some certain things with them. But you know what will keep you going and what will keep your sanity is when you learn to forgive. Sometimes there are some hurts, there are some pains that people infiltrate in you that you tell yourself, nothing will ever make me let go. But who are you doing? The person has already continued his or her life, but you are here crying over what the person has even forgotten that actually happened. And one of the things for you to do is when you are hurt is this. If possible, can you ask the person, what did I do wrong? Because sometimes we feel that we are not the problem. Meanwhile, when the person explains, the person might even have a different reason why such happened. As far it does not concern life and death. Most time it is important for you to know those people that betray us, why did you do it? And if it's worth continuing the friendship, you don't have issues. But if you know that this will keep on or is at a detriment of your own life, then you have to stay clear. You've let go. You are not owing the person. And if you as a Christian and you people hurt you and you don't let go, then it becomes a way of how do I communicate with God, because that is one thing God said. And the Holy Bible clearly stated that before you come before his presence, you have to let go of some things, and part of it is grievances. I know some people will tell me, oh, it's not possible. I will want to carry this thing. I will want to do it. Okay, now one of the reasons why it is very important to learn to forgive is this. The person that committed that offense has practically moved on. If all these things I've been saying, you've not grabbed anything, just grab this one. The person has practically moved on. The person might even have even forgotten that they even did anything wrong to you. But you are still carrying that guilt, that pain, and you still continue moving with it. Whenever you see the person you want to fight, you want to cause sin, does it really worth it? And if you want to be a complete gentleman and a young lady, or how do they put it, you have to learn how to forgive. I know sometimes your friends might hurt you to the deepest, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't let go. Yes. And to us parents, this is for us. As I try to conclude this particular question, in all you do, teach your children how to forgive. And like I always say, you can't give what you don't have. If you as a parent don't know how to forgive, how do you want your child to learn how to forgive? No, that child will not even know how to forgive. But when you inculcate discipline of, oh, this person hurt me, let it go. Is this something you can do away with? Is this something that over a period of time you will let go? Then you start telling them, this is how you do it. This is how you go about it, and why it is not good for you to keep hurting when somebody offends you. And as a parent, it is some things that we know we as adults, that's why I started at the beginning of this video, that even we adults, we are battling with forgiveness. Let's not talk about the teenagers. So if we on our own can decide to tell ourselves the truth and learn how to do forgiveness, then we can start imparting it in our children. You find that in the society today, when you see a child that doesn't forgive, check the parents. They have that character, they have that attitude. You see, when you see a child that knows how to fight, how to pay evil back, how to say, I do you, you do me, I do you, check the parents. See, when you tell your child that no matter how painful it is, let go, you've solved that child's life problem 50%. Why am I saying? Because anger and so many things have caused teenagers big problem. Something that a teenager should have let go. The teenager kept it and gang up with other people and decide to do it. I read a story of a young girl that the boyfriend said, I am no longer doing again because of your attitude. I am not interested. These were teenagers relationship. And the girl collided with another boy, went to meet the guy and said, I have something to tell you for the last time, since you said you are no longer interested. And the young guy thinking that, oh, I'm parting ways with this girl. Okay, let me just go for the last time, not knowing that he was going to meet his end at the end of the day. And when they asked the girl what happened, he said, I was angry. I couldn't forgive him for breaking my heart. You can imagine. She wasn't feeling remorse because she bottled up the anger of the breakup and the betrayal. And at the end of the day, she decided to take the action by herself. So she and the person that was on her life, they are on the same boat. That's just the truth. They are on the same boat. Because what happened to the guy that you're on life will actually end up being on, she too might actually end up being on a life or taking another person's life just because of this virtue that was not inculcated in them. See, if you are a parent to a teenager and you've not started teaching your children how to let go of some certain things, you are not helping that child. You are not helping your child, and you are not also helping the society. It is very important for you to teach your children how to forgive and let go. And above all, I've been chipping it inside the video. Yes, some people will say, oh, I have forgiven, but I don't want to talk to the person. That is between you and yourself and the person. That is also the level of hurt that person must have done to you. You have let go. You have even told the person, I don't have anything against you. But the truth is this, we cannot remain the way we were before. Don't be offended. That is me. You are not committing any sin there. Because if somebody wants to unlive you with say, poison and you got to know, you'll be furious, you'll be mad, and you want to let go. You've told the person, I've forgiven you for your actions and everything, and you want to go back to be eating with the person. My dear, you're using your hand to dig your own wahala. So that is why I am telling you that you can let go, you can forgive. Tell the person, I don't have issues with you, but you can also limit your communication and the way you relate with the person. There is nothing wrong with it. But if it's the one that, oh, it was just a banter, it now depends on what you want. And one thing I love about quarrel among teenagers is this: it tends to let you know who you are dealing with. It tends to let you know what you are up to in the future, whether you will keep that person as a friend or that person will just be an high kind of friend. So, as a parent and teenager, there is one thing you should do. If there is nothing you will take home in parenting, the truth is this: learn how to forgive. It is difficult. Yes, it is painful. I understand, because nobody that is an adult that have never met betrayal. And let me tell you the truth: nobody that is an adult that has never been pained to say, I will not let go. But at the end of the day, they still let go because life moves on. And by the time you now see a lot of things happening around, like people unaliving, sicknesses, and all, you now tell yourself, why am I even holding this person in my mind? Why not just let go? So if it is the one you can do, Please try as much as possible to learn how to forgive. Let it go. It might be difficult, like I said, but it is doable. It is doable. Whenever you see the person, the truth is this, whenever you see the person that you're forgiving, you kind of have this kind of peace of mind. Yes, you don't feel guilt because you don't have any negative thing that you want to do to that person. One thing I want you to take home in this forgiveness is this. If you don't forgive, you live in guilt. That's just it. And above all, the devil will not help you to amplify it. Try as much as possible to learn how to forgive and come and thank me later. So if you've watched to the end of this video and you know you enjoyed this particular talk on forgiveness and teenagers, please don't forget to drop a comment. And also, if you wish that there are other things you can add, feel free to do so. We'll really appreciate it very, very much. Until I come your way next time, this is Mom of Things. I am Omoye Audu, and I am saying, have a beautiful day. Stay blessed and share this video to a parent that might need it. Have a beautiful day.